Hello class, my name is Frank Ugarte and my second presentation is on securing passwords and the security benefits of using Thycotic Secret Server and how it introduces a fundamental security layer to protect against cyber attacks that target privileged accounts to get at critical information assets in any organization. Thycotic Secret Server solves some of the most difficult IT problems by improving security for application accounts, securing automating service account management, managing Unix privilege management accountability, securing Windows privileges accounts as well. Thycotic Secret Server also is able to provide clients with switching from outdated PAM solutions, meeting PCI DSS for IT compliance, network security for HIPAA compliance, and achieving SUX compliance. In regards to improving security for application accounts, three different topics come to mind. Application accounts need to be inventoried and undergo strict policy enforcement for password strength, account access, and password rotation. Centralized control and reporting on these accounts is critical. Embedded application account passwords are very high risk as they can be viewed by any individual with server access. Sometimes these passwords are encrypted in configuration files, which is a better alternative to storing them in clear text. However, individuals with server access are likely to have permissions necessary to access configuration files and can reverse the encryption. Secret Server provides an extensive application server API which can be used for privileged account management for Windows, Mac, Unix, and Linux systems. Support is included for both Java and .NET, including advanced capabilities for both in-house and third-party ASP.NET applications. Simple access to the Vault can also be achieved using integrated Windows authentication and username password radius, if needed through an extensive suite of web services. For securing automating service account management, control managed service accounts, and change service account passwords. Service accounts are high-risk privilege accounts used by many different applications. Often, system administrators will lose track of the details for these accounts. This creates a major difficulty in reaching compliance requirements because they can't ensure strong password strength across all accounts. They also can't control access to service account passwords, and they can't change passwords for service accounts without knowing the applications that are dependent on that credential for daily operation. Discovery for service accounts needs to be an ongoing automated process to maintain an accurate inventory because administrators may deploy new services at any time using new or existing service accounts. Once the inventory of service accounts is complete, it is important to change service account passwords. This can be easily automated by Secret Server. Once Secret Server is configured to change service account passwords, it will automatically update all the inventory locations and even restart each dependent service and execute any custom scripts needed for legacy applications to ensure all applications dependent on the service accounts are properly updated. With Unix privilege management accountability, there are three major problems. There's no safety net. For example, if Linux system administration is performed by an admin that is tired or a little careless, there's nothing preventing them from accidentally deleting a system file. No accountability. If a disgruntled employee uses the account with ulterior motives, there is no way to tell which employee caused the damage. Transfer of privilege. If an application is executed using a root account, the application gets the full network privilege of root. Because applications can contain vulnerabilities, this creates a vulnerable point of exploitation. Secret Server enables IT teams to control and monitor who has access to each privileged credential on the network. It includes automatic password rotation, password length, and complexity enforcement, and full accountability through user audit trails and advanced access and oversight control. Thycotic Secret Server can also secure your Windows privilege accounts. Windows local admin accounts are a security problem for every organization because one set of login credentials is typically used by many IT administrators. This can make it difficult or even impossible to implement an identity access management policy because organizations cannot track who is gaining access to what network equipment at any given time. These accounts are everywhere: Windows workstations, servers, and even your laptop fleet. Windows Server administrators need to use domain admin accounts to perform standard administrative tasks. Ideally, AD domain admin accounts should only be used when privilege is required. That meaning admins should not run as domain admin for their regular AD account, and they should only be used by a single administrator for accountability. Also, these accounts are highly susceptible to pass-the-hash attacks because their passwords are not frequently changed. Secret Server can find Windows privileged accounts using discovery and can enforce password complexity and automatic password changing on a scheduled basis. Pass-the-hash attacks can be prevented by using checkout for domain admin accounts. This solution allows organizations to switch from outdated PAM solutions. Legacy enterprise systems may have excessive human resource requirements, whereas a typical Secret Server password management software customer spends less than 0.5 full-time employees maintaining the system. Upgrades are fast and can be completed in minutes, with over 100,000 IT admins using Secret Server worldwide and tiered implementation options. It is the best password management solution for small teams to large enterprises. Secret Server customers can leverage several automated migration tools, including data import through CSV files, Excel, XML, and even API. Identity access management solutions do not have to rely on professional services to install or configure. Secret Server is well known for its intuitive user interface and strong adoption rates. Professional services are available for a personalized experience, as is option for self-service training courses to streamline rollout. IT tools that are delivered as black box hardware appliances or require heavy professional services to deploy, maintain, and upgrade can create enormous resistance within IT operations teams. When considering an enterprise password management system, IT teams need confidence in a high availability solution that provides system access regardless of any disaster that may occur. Secret Server deploys on standard Microsoft, including Windows Server and Microsoft SQL Server. The entire infrastructure is just an entire Microsoft server. It just adds an additional application to a running server. This makes for easy integration with existing high availability disaster recovery solutions, providing IT operations with a solid enterprise password management tool without the hassle of hardware appliances and a vendor's professional services. Meeting PCI DSS, HIPAA, and SOX for IT compliance. Any organization that accepts, stores, or transmits data has likely heard of PCI DSS compliance requirements. Created and enforced by the credit card payment industry, for example, Visa, MasterCard, and American Express, among others, this mandates establish 12 basic requirements and 200 sub-requirements to protect against credit card fraud. Given that most data storage these days is digital, there is a major burden on IT departments to ensure networks are protected and employees follow policies for network and password security. The main goal of PCI DSS requirements are to secure the storage and transfer of credit card data. Primarily, this means setting up a network that includes defensive measures like firewalls and encryption, antivirus software, and regular testing. It is also able to track user activity and know who is doing what and when, especially for network systems. It can also limit or restrict user access and enforce policies for password security. With digital medical records, patient online portals, and other electronic methods of healthcare management, maintaining a secure network is critical to meet the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, otherwise known as HIPAA. This is the privacy and security requirements. Achieving Sarbanes-Oxley or SOX compliance is a considerable challenge for many public companies. There are no mandated best practices to guide organizations to compliance, and a significant amount of money is spent annually in the attempt to pass the compliance audit. The only guiding principles that exist are rules mandating that information be transparent, tamper-proof, audited, and logged. So the question becomes, how do companies achieve these mandates? The SOX Act places the responsibility of compliance on C-level executives such as CEOs, CFOs, and CIS. Unfortunately, the C-level groups, their work does not directly include the granular data relevant for SOX mandates. Instead, it's administrative level employees who deal with accessing and storing sensitive financial and accounting information on a daily basis. Thycotic developed secret server password management software specifically to address compliance for IT departments. The tool creates a centralized encrypted location for password storage, the ability to restrict access by role, full auditing of credential usage, and automated password changing. Security rules for end user passwords, such as length, complexity, and rotation requirements, add protection to the network, but can quickly increase help desk costs when employees forget their login credentials. Expand, Added costs can include expanding help desk staff to field high volume password reset calls or miss deadlines when employees cannot log into the network. Delegating one point of contact in IT to make AD group changes is typical practice in most organizations. That person is responsible for adding newly hired employees to the appropriate AD group. Auditing and restricting access not only applies to critical and system servers, but controlling security within AD group management as well. These controls can easily be added through Group Management Server, a tool that enables non-IT team leaders to make AD group changes for their IT department. The specific tool for Group Management Server is one of the many features that Secret Server provides. Thycotic Secret Server is able to manage and organize passwords appropriately for organizations. It's also able to provide real-time management, seamless integration, top-level security, essential compliance for different compliance levels, and disaster recovery for many different organizations. Thank you for listening, and I hope this has been informative for you.